it's very specific what happened in Southeast Asia at that time, because it's not part of the history the history narrative we normally get through schools and that sort of thing. It does not make it into the mainstream. The big war adventure movies of World War II tend to focus on the European wars or the North African wars and that sort of thing. And the fall of Singapore and the Thai-Burma Railway weren't a big part of our history lesson. I don't think they were any part of our history lesson. And apart from things like the Bridge on the River Kwai, which does turn it into it's a wonderful film in its way, but it turns it into a kind of an adventure story. It doesn't really tell this story. And so, I knew about it as something which had somehow had the lid kept on it. An awful lot of screenwriting, you get a generic hero of one sort or another. There's nothing generic here. This was somebody who felt completely unique to this story. And whether it's his obsession with railway timetables and trains, or his extraordinarily intense soldier's qualities, if you like, loyalty, and a commitment to a sense of honor and all of those sort of things, combined to make a very dynamic personality. And obviously that's very appealing as an actor. But also there's this very dark side, which was to do with the degree to which he'd suffered. And that was also something that was, just very, very powerful to read. I'm not quite sure how instrumental I was. I just tried it on, I knew Nicole a little bit, and I have huge regard for her as an actress, and so I just sent out some smoke signals, and she very, very enthusiastically responded. So we were very fortunate. Obviously, it was very moving and fascinating. But what I think it was above all was delightful. You can find a character endlessly fascinating on the page, and you can respond to the story that they tell. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to like the person or that you're going to get on. But I did. I liked him enormously, and I think that took things up a few notches in terms of my emotional investment, because this, it became not just a very, very interesting story about a character for whom I felt affection on the page. It then started to feel like it became more personal. It became a story I wanted to tell about someone who I felt instincts of friendship towards.